Alright, so it has totally been a minute. So today I wanted to talk about, and unfortunately this was really late because
Conquering
Customs is coming out
the
pretty soon.
practice
But I just kind of wanted to talk about how a lot of
to
people are kind of, I
practice.
mean, we've had basically what I call the honeymoon phase in a sense because next week we're gonna have the patch, and the patch will reveal what truly the game is going to be for the next few months. Now, my issue
To
is a lot of
practice.
the people who have been choosing customs, there's two issues. It's actually kind of ironic in a sense because one issue basically contradicts the other. It's kind of like an oxymoron in a sense because one issue is a lot of players are saying that and I guess I'll start from here that oh this move's gonna be in, oh this move's gonna be in, oh this move's gonna be in, and they're not saying it like outright saying it, but what they're doing is they're using the move in customs, expecting the move to be in the game. Now me, for example, I've been just using Katana's up fans, and her Fanado combined with, I've been removing the Adenian twist and adding ground war, which allows her to do her ground war and basically the fearless variation, right? Like that's basically the same thing. Now, that I think is a realistic approach to playing customs, using moves like, you know, Joker's leap or Jackie's leap, like combined with like clearly moves that were supposed to benefit another variation. To me, just seems like that's not gonna like make it in the game. Like another good example would be Cabal's dash, Katana's air dash. Like those moves are cool. They're really cool, but the issue is that I don't think they're gonna make it in the game. I don't th If they're gonna make it, they're gonna be nerfed significantly. Like clearly those are moves that don't play. I mean, you could argue some ways, right? Like Scorpions, Reborn Scorpions, cancel is definitely not a neutral tool. Like that is just simply not neutral. But at the same time, do you really think we're gonna have characters that can dash across the screen like they do now? Because the only character that can dash across the screen right now would be Sindel and Fujin, and their dashes aren't they're not playing neutral with them compared to like Cabal's dash and Katana's dash. Now I could be completely wrong. Maybe NRS wants anime dashes in the game. I don't know. But what I've come to realize is that you don't want to just pick your character's best moves because you might be setting yourself up for disappointment. NRS has been known to nerf things heavily and leave things unnerfed. So you just don't know. I highly recommended
Katana.
people just took a week off, or I think even Bodies, one of the guys I played with, he was saying try a bunch of different moves. Don't just try the best loadout because what's going to end up happening is you're not going to get the loadout that you want, and then you're going to be disappointed with the game when the patch is released, right? So, for example, I just added up fans with Katana, and that was it. This is basically the fanfare variation with up fans. Katana Prime was talking about doing this with low fans. Like, that's the type of thing that you would probably expect in customs. Knowing NRS though, they might ban that. They might ban up fans. I don't know. Like NRS is NRS. They do all types of peculiar stuff all the time. So that's kind of one issue I had. The other issue that I had was, and let's go ahead and go
Slowly.
into the which one is this one? Yeah, I wish they would say the names and the variation because I have to read to see. I think this is the one. The
Sub-Zero.
other issue I had was simply choosing like you want to have some synergy, but at the same time, you also want to be playing the same playstyle you were playing before. So let me see if I can find his. There it is, ground ice. Okay.
The hourglass.
So that was one issue is it just like a lot of people are choosing customs and I just don't see some of the custom moves making it. Like Scarlet's Blood Clot was an example. I remember Jay came into the stream and he asked me about Blood Clot, and I looked at it immediately and I was like, yeah, I don't see this making it. If not, it's going to be heavily nerfed. The other issue is that we just don't know how the meta is going to play out anyway. Like, now that pokes have been nerfed, hopefully the special anti-airs will prevent people from, just machine gunning jump ins. They nerfed the wake up system. We just don't know how that's going to affect variations and custom moves at all, which is the big issue because we're going into customs right now and we're like, yeah, we've got freedom and all this variety now. By the way, freedom and variety are two completely different things in a fighting game. But anyway, we have this issue where the poke system is going to be nerfed. So maybe you don't need down one special. Maybe you don't need down 4 low fan like Katana used to have. Maybe you need to focus on more neutral. Maybe you need to focus on highborn stance and the plus frames that the Psy toss brings you. We just don't know. So to do this custom thing in the current patch, sorry if I had to move my headset for a second. To do this custom thing in the current patch, to me, just seems like it seems a bit too much. I highly recommended that people just take this week off so then they wouldn't be disappointed, because now that they've tried customs, if the customs change in any frame data like way or any properties way, people are going to be disappointed because they're used to the custom moves before they were released and ranked. Now, the other issue I have is literally the other way around. I have other people saying that, hey, these moves need to be nerfed, but maybe not. Maybe that's what makes the characters unique. Maybe Sub-Zero, maybe his ground puddle makes him unique. Maybe he'll have good Oki game. Maybe when he knocks you down, if you don't do something, he'll punish you with ground puddle. And that'll just make him a good Oki character. I mean, hopefully they'll nerf his, kind of caveat here, hopefully they'll nerf his forward too, so he won't just be good everywhere. But just kind of looking at that particular move, yeah, you might think it's broken, but there's so many counters to it I can already see. Should it, well, I put it this way. Will Ice Puddle be nerfed? Probably. Should it be nerfed? No. There's no reason to why the move should be nerfed. It has clear answers to it. It has full combo punish answers. So, let me show you really quick. So if Sub-Zero does... I'm doing it wrong. Okay. If Sub-Zero does this. Remember strings. Like, I don't understand. I mean, I know he has other setups, but even those setups, Tom Brady has said you should wake up 3. Up 3 is invincible. So at worst, nothing happens and you reset the neutral for a bar. So I don't quite understand, because it's a OTG move, which is very rare in MK11, and I think we need to have more moves like this, just because people they want to be able to have an out, and they do have an out, but their outs should be limited. In this game before, you had like 5 or 6 different outs. You had short delay wake up into buttons, you had jump out, you had a down 1 poke, you had up 3, you had up 2, you had delay wake up, you had all these outs. Like, I've noticed this with the newer players, they don't want to hold shit. And they should. They should hold, like, things like this. These things are, in my opinion, these things are good for the game. They actually prevent people from trying to squirm out of your pressure, right? Should everyone have these things? Probably not. I would argue no. But should no one have them? I would also argue no. Because clearly, again, you need ways to enforce pressure and to make your opponent hold the block button. or to stop pressing buttons against you. And these type of things will do that for you. So on the other end, yeah, there are some moves that they might look broken at first, but to be honest with you, they should stay. They're not that broken. They have answers. I've responded. I was playing one of my friends, and he did the ground puddle multiple times. I punished it with ground square wave every time, or ground war every time, enhanced ground war, free 130% or 130 damage. So clearly, I think another issue is that people just they don't want to hold shit. So like when they look at a broken move, they think, well, this is broken. Like how am I gonna? Then NRS needs to change these properties. And I think Sub-Zero's ground puddle, honestly, I don't think it's that bad of a move. Same thing with this one is kind of more controversial, honestly. Should it be in the game? And it's Sub-Zero or Scorpion's, I think it's Demon Dash. Should it be in the game at its current state? As you see there, it's 7 frames, so it'll punish anything that's -7, which normally things that are -7 are safe in this game. And I think I forgot his name. I'll put his name in the description, but he went over it how most characters' moves are -7 or yeah, -7, and because of that, they're usually safe. So unfortunately, I don't think Sub-Zero has, well, not Sub-Zero. I don't think Sub-Zero will have something that's -7 like that. Oh, he does. This move right here. So we'll have him do it and watch me punish it with Demon Dash. Normally you couldn't punish this. Maybe if you had a 6 frame down one, because buttons that aren't special moves, they come out. You have 1 frame of block stun, and then you come out in the frames afterwards. So a 6 frame down one would be a 7 frame punish, but special moves they come out immediately. So whatever their frame data says, it comes out. Like if a 7 frame special move or 8 frame special move comes out, it'll come out on the 8th or the 7th frame. If you didn't watch, I forgot his name's video, but yeah, again, I'll post his name in the his channel in the video description, so I give proper sources. And so we'll go ahead and we'll have Sub-Zero do this. Oh, did I do it wrong? Okay, so this is the move. I have to press it at the right. That didn't come out. There we go. See how it says I punished? Normally you wouldn't be able to punish that with that. You would have to punish it with a down 1, or that's it. But in this variation, wow, and it does like 150 something, so almost an uppercut. And it does 132 if you don't enhance it. So, is that broken? Maybe. Should we see if it's broken? Probably not. Or probably yes. We probably should. We probably should wait. Maybe NRS just keeps it in the game, and let's see how broken it truly is. I personally prefer if NRS leaves a lot of stuff not broke, or a lot of stuff that seems broken in the game anyway, and don't change too much of the properties. But knowing NRS and kind of their trend currently, I don't see that happening. I don't think this move is broken either. I think it's on the verge of being broken, you know, because you'll be getting almost uppercut punishes from pretty much anything. But at the same time, I also think that some moves, I think players are a little too optimistic. I think moves that break neutral, I just don't see them making it personally. They can make it, it's a possibility. They do take up a lot of slots, so I could totally see it. And because of that, we'll just see what happens. But I'm just warning everyone who played customs this last week, the game is going to change so much on Tuesday. So I really hope you're ready for it, because customs probably they might have skewed your take on what the next patch will be, especially when it comes to poking and everything involving the variation system, because a lot of moves to me they seem like they break too much neutral, and NRS has this trend where they want their games to be more realistic and more skillful. So we'll just see what happens, but again, good luck to all you who did customs and took it seriously this week because we just don't know. Anyway, this is Op Soldier. Have fun playing MK11.